Today's episode
is going to be on this thing right here in front of me. Oh my God.
Oh gosh, yeah, not a vibe. And so I think that is a huge part of staying committed to things, though. Like, you have to do things in a way that actually lights you up. And
Oh, hello. We're talking about me tits.
most of the time,
Girl on girl on girl.
you would.
Like, stop picking up the fucking hot knife.
Fucking cares.
Right on track.
Ugh.
With a lot of money, I would do great fucking things.
But not in a good way.
Yikes.
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 Yikes. Where's the realness?
No. Everything you want. Immaculate experience.
Back down.
You're getting, like, excited.
I do actually.
need the tequila.
Welcome back, everybody. Guess
Hello.
what? It's our 100th episode today.
Holy fuck.
Holy fuck.
Crazy.
It's insane. It's insane.
100?
Yeah. Which means 4 more episodes and we're at the official 2-year mark where we've podcasted every week for 2 years straight.
That's
Like,
bananas.
Bananas. Like, most people can't even stick to their New Year's resolutions for past the 3rd week.
You know what? This is
You know?
actually really good for me because I'm a manifestor as well in human design. So, like, I'm, like, designed to, like, not stay committed to things.
This is a big
This
deal.
is interesting. It's building tolerance for,
Yeah.
for
You
that.
must like me or something.
I know. I can't get enough. If this felt like effort, it would suck. Like,
Yeah.
that would be terrible.
Yeah.
But I think the things that we're really drawn to and the things that we're naturally good at and the things that feel really effortless, like, podcasting feels like air to me. Like, it's
So
just
easy.
Like, what? It's so easy. And I know people who are like, so do you, like, have scripts? Like, how do you do it? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, we
What?
just riff. We just, like, we have no fucking idea. what's going on.
Script? What? Really?
Yeah. Because I guess for some people, they can't talk off the cuss, right? Like, they would probably
Yeah,
go
I
blank
guess.
or they would have no idea what to say. So,
Whereas me is the opposite. Like, if I had a script, that's when I would really go blank, and that's when it would be so mechanical, and it would not be a vibe.
oh, it would be
At
so
all.
clunky. You'd be like,
And
today's guest
today's
is,
episode.
is going to be on this thing right here in front of me. Oh my God.
Oh gosh, yeah, not a vibe. And so I think that is a huge part of staying committed to things, though. Like, you have to do things in a way that actually lights you up, and in a way that's congruent with who you are and your strengths and your gifts, and also the things that you just give a shit about. If we were doing a podcast about mechanical engineering, neither of us would have ever stayed committed. We would have found every excuse to bail on it every single week, and it just wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
And so, like, having topics that are vital and important and turn us on, and, like, we're engaged with each other. Plus, it's just a fucking hoot. Like, who knows what's going to happen between the two of us on this show every single
really
week?
never know.
You never know. We don't know.
100%. You never know.
You never know. And that's part of the vibe. And so we wanted to come on today and obviously celebrate that achievement. And, like, 100 episodes is no small thing. And I think it's easy in this day and age of social media, comparing yourself to everyone else, and, like, you're starting and you're comparing yourself to someone who's 10 years in, and then you quit because you're like, oh, well, I'm not there yet. And it's so important to celebrate all of the wins along the way so that you stay the course. Like, no one ever got to being 10 years into the game without celebrating every single milestone, no matter how big or how small it is. And so you have to be your biggest fucking cheerleader and honk your own horn and, you know, celebrate your wins as you go along. Because if your mind kind of goes to its default, your mind is going to be looking for all the things that are wrong, that are not working, how you missed the mark. And you have to train your brain to do something else. You have to train it to look for wins. You have to train it to look for what's working. You have to carve a whole new pathway in your neurocircuitry to support yourself for success. And so we're just going to lay one of those big ones out for you today, which is you got to fucking celebrate yourself.
Yeah. It's so important. Because the goalpost always moves. You can always be doing more. You can always be doing better. There's always some never-ending goal. There's always something that is, the dangling carrot, and it's like, when I get to, I will feel ... or I shall, it's like this magical moment that you think is going to change everything, and it's not. It's like who you and I become along the way. It's what our listeners have, how their transformations, like it's all been this flowing project that we had no idea what it would be like when we started. We just said, let's start a podcast.
Let's fucking do it.
Let's just fucking start a podcast. And so we just fucking randomly started a podcast.
Yeah.
For fun.
Yeah,
and,
for fun.
It is really, really important to celebrate all the milestones. It's just like a stamp of gratitude. It's a stamp of appreciation for yourself. And I see it as like the fuel to continuously drive the vehicle forward.
Yeah.
Because if it's like, well, I'll only be happy when I hit 200 or when I hit 300 or when
1,000.
I hit X money, or X amount of downloads or whatever the thing is. It's very easy to say, when that happens, then I will be. And the plot twist is it never really happens. Or it might be a micro moment where you're like, oh, cool. But then it fades and you're like, wait, what?
What? That wasn't like the big thing that I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is we pedestal achievements, we pedestal money, we pedestal success and all sorts of numbers and metrics. But if we're not enjoying the journey, it really doesn't mean a lot. It's like if you have to gruel and grind and feel terrible getting somewhere, and you get there and you're like, you get to the finish line, but you're like chopped up and all fucking scarred and debilitated and like crawling across the finish line. It's like, yay me. And it's like, it's not really the vibe.
I don't know about that.
No, but I'm proud of us. I feel like
Me too.
we have showed up through sicknesses and through children and through dumpster fires and through business catastrophes and
relationships ending,
fucking ending and beginning, all sorts of crazy shit. And our listeners, you guys, have been along the ride for us, and that's so important for us, and we so value you for being here and appreciate you. And every time you tune in or you share the podcast or you like it or subscribe or whatever the fuck you're doing, it really does help deposit back into us to keep the momentum and the excitement and the drive going to continue to serve in the way that we do.
Yeah.
Right.
100%.
And yeah, it's just, I'm very, very proud of us.
Me too. And I think it's a really good opportunity for us to kind of pull the curtain back and like show people like how we got here, because like we didn't get here by being super rigid.
No.
Like the way that we were able to cross this threshold is by being responsive to life. Like Christine just said, like we had all of these different things that have happened in the 2 years that we've been doing this. And it requires both of us to be flexible, both of us to, be able to move with whatever the current is in that season. Sometimes we have to bank a bunch of episodes in advance, but that's the way that we can get it done. And then other times we're on every week and recording in real time. And it really just depends on what the season calls for. And I think people come in with these very controlled, limiting beliefs about how something is supposed to be done. And if we can't do it on the same time every single day, every single week, like it's never going to get done. And like there has to be a balance between, yes, there is that structure, but then you also need flow. You need to be able to move with what life brings you. Otherwise, it's going to break. Like that's when people I see don't cross the finish line, because their rigid beliefs around how it's supposed to come to fruition actually choke hold the project and kill it. Yep. Because like life isn't constant. Life works in seasons, especially as women. We have 4 different seasons every single month. Sometimes you and I are in sync with our seasons. Sometimes we are not. So like it also depends on like everyone involved, right? And so having some flexibility and having the ability to, change as we need to go, and like how many different segments have we come up with so that we can continue. Like if we had to do an hour-long episode every single week, we wouldn't have been able to maintain that. But then we came up with all these cool, playful, like little segments that not only like brought it to life for us, and we're like, this is fucking fun, but it also makes it really digestible for us to fulfill on every single month. And so I wanted to just highlight that so that you don't think that, we're not real people behind the scenes, who have to make, some adjustments sometimes in order to see something through. And like, to me, that's how you always cross the finish line, whether it's a creative project, business, a relationship. You have to be able to balance that structure with the flow and like be flexible, but also committed to the thing that you promised that you were going to fulfill on.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think sometimes that rigidity, it just, like you said, it sucks out all the fun. And people don't want to do things that are very rigid. It's like, if I can, it's whether it's a diet or whether it's committing to a podcast or whether it's whatever it is, it's, if there's going to be a bunch of stress and rigidity, automatically that's not a vibe. It's not fun. You don't want to that doesn't open up your creative faculties. It shuts everything down, and it's like, oh my God, if I don't do it on this day, then it's not going to get done. And like you said, like you and I have had crazy shit happen. I've had travel schedules and fucking like speaking gigs and all sorts of crazy stuff coming up. And there's still a commitment to the craft, and there's still a commitment to saying like, we'll figure it out. We'll, we've had all sorts of stuff go down, and there's such a beautiful flexibility with that. Like I love that. In our relationship, we have that where it's like not really a big deal. If you're like, can we move something? I'm like, yeah, of course. Or vice versa. Like, it's just like, let's figure it out, because we're not afraid anymore of like people leaving or not liking us because we're not perfect. Right.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people in the industry, they pedestal people, and it's like, nope, no. We're just as human as all of you. We're just maybe a little more brave or courageous or committed to something, or we found something that we really love. Yes. Anyone can start a podcast. The cool thing right now is that anybody in the world can go and start their own TV channel, aka YouTube. They can go and start their own podcast, their own radio show. They can go do whatever they want. And a lot of people see that as like a stressful thing and a limitation. And it's like, just find what you love. Like, some people would hate the idea of podcasting. I love speaking.
It's so fun.
It's the natural thing for me. I like speaking over writing even. I like writing too, but I really like speaking. It's just, for me, it's so much easier. Like voice notes galore. Whenever I'm messaging somebody, I'm like, I can't text. I need to voice notes. Well, it's so much easier for me. I'm like, I love this.
Yeah.
But I think we've just found something that we really enjoy and that's fun. And, we're getting better and learning how to, just turn this into something even more as we go. It's not this stressful pressure thing. And I think as well, sometimes people are like, well, I don't want to start it because it's going to cost me money, and then I'm also going to have to, like, how do I monetize it right away? And I'm like, again, it's going to be something you have to build and you have to be committed to, and you won't. You will lose money. You and I consistently lost money on a podcast, like, because we're spending money and our time and our energy to pour into this, and going into it, monetization wasn't the initial thing. We were like, we're really committed to this. We want to serve our community. You and I both have paid programs. We have the club. We have all sorts of different things that we offer. But that's not the point. The point is coming in, getting a vibe for us, getting to know us, humanizing us, and deciding if we're the fit for you in your world to help you accelerate or transform or whatever that is. So, staying committed to things and not piecing out at the first sign of challenge, or whether that's anything. I've seen people go into programs or courses or these commitments that they say they're going to follow through on, and then they have such low tolerance for follow through because it gets hard.
It does.
Which is the plot twist. That's the whole idea, is that you have to, get a little tested to say you're going to tap out at the first sign of trouble. And
discomfort.
A lot of people do. Yeah. And this is the powerful thing. This is about the podcast, but it's also not. It's also something way bigger for Kelsey and I individually and as a team to say, wow, not only can we show up individually, but we can also show up even together, which is, I think, even harder, because then you bring in two people. It's harder. There's more schedules. We've got kids, like you've got music, like there's all sorts of stuff we have going on. So it really is just actually anchoring in a vibrational commitment to our craft, to the universe, saying we're really into this, and we're gonna show you. We're not just like, okay, I'm totally ready for all the riches and all the things I want and all the stages and all the, the exposure. We're saying, we understand it's going to be challenging, and then we're going to understand it's going to take time and commitment, and we're ready for that. We're game. And rather than us just sit there and write out a million affirmations to tell you, we're just going to go and show you through our action, because you become somebody else when you stay committed to something, even when it's hard, and even when, and sure, there's times to let things go, and relationships and all sorts of different things. Like there's times and places where you stay committed to something. You've been in a relationship before where you're like committed to it, and all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore, and you're like, okay, we're done. But there's such a power to the commitment and the follow through the hard times, and not tapping out when things get hard.
Yeah, there's a huge difference between leaving because it's run its course and it's actually complete, versus leaving because you're now hitting the challenge and it's hard and it requires something from you in order to stay.
Yeah.
Like they're very different things.
Yeah, to up level. It's like the up level,
yeah.
being like, okay, who are you going to be? Right? It's like, gimme. I want everything and more. And it's like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to. It's like giving a baby a Ferrari. It's like, you don't know how to drive that thing.
Yeah, not a good idea. Not
a good idea. You don't know how to drive that. You're going to fucking run it off the road. Bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
And that's what the universe probably thinks with us when we're like, I just want 1 million followers. It's like, you do?
Do
you
ya?
want to be... Okay, so you're ready to have
All right.
like probably 800,000 of those people maybe not like you, or like talk about you, or talk about you, or whatever, right?
Yep.
So it's the preparation, the commitment, and the discipline, and the follow through is the preparation for whatever you're calling in.
Yes.
It's a dedication.
Absolutely.
So we love being here. We appreciate you guys so much for following us on this journey. And as we continue along, we ask you guys to come in the game as well and connect with us on social media and tell us what you're loving and tell us what you want more of, and to subscribe, and again, take those little small actions that for you, don't take a ton of time or energy, but for us it means the world. So our ask from you is that as we continue on to 101, 102 episode, 103 episode, it's just your co-creation with us as we evolve the podcast and evolve our connection with you guys, and we're fucking pumped.
Yeah, this has been so fun, and I'm excited to see where it goes next. And I mean, what we've done in 100 episodes is actually insane. Like, this is a whole body of work in and of itself.
Yeah.
And to see where it goes next, I'm super stoked, and also just open to where that current is going to guide us. And that's really how we've done it from the start.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't start with some rigid idea. We're like, fuck it. We just want to get on and like talk with each other.
Yeah, it's basically just a chance for us to like riff with each other and then also chat with you guys and be like, what's up?
And it's just taken on a whole beautiful life of its own. And I think that's really special. And like Christine said, I'm very grateful for each and every one of you who tune in every single week and who share it with your friends and your community. And we would love for you to continue to do that. If you haven't already subscribed or rated the podcast on Apple or on Spotify, that really does make a huge difference, because it pushes the show to more people. The more engagement each episode gets, the more shares, the more likes, the more comments, the more the algorithm likes that. So we're not like a slave to the algorithm, but we do understand that if you're going to work within that machine, it's probably helpful to have the machine on your side. Yeah, totally. So
we love the machine.
And we would love for you to, get in the game with us, like Christine said. And, whether that is, leaving us a comment on an episode and letting us know what you loved about that. And you can do that on Spotify, or you can leave a review on Apple, or you can leave us a comment on YouTube, because we're on YouTube as well. Or you can just come right into the club and you can chat with us every single week. So whatever you like, we would love to continue on this journey with all of you. And thank you so much for being here. And also an invitation for you today to celebrate yourself. Like, find something in your life that your mind or your ego or your wounds might be like, oh, it's not a big deal. And like, actually let yourself celebrate it. And I think people have weird relationships with celebrations. Like, I get it, but also like, you're the only one who can repattern that.
Yes.
And it only gets repatterned if you start experiencing something new related to celebration. So if celebration has been historically not a great feeling for you, then you have to actually conjure up and start to build a new sensation around celebration. And what better way to do that than by celebrating yourself and your wins? Because no one else is involved in that. No one else can interfere with the energetic. Yeah. you get to celebrate yourself, even if it's just like hands on your heart and be like, wow, that was fucking good. Like that backflip I just did, that was bomb, you know, or that squat, amazing form, or that line in that poem, banger, or, you know, I really nailed that email at work today, or like the way I just handled my upset kid, like I give myself a standing round of applause. Yeah. Like whatever, nailed it, whatever it is, like there's nothing that's too small to be celebrated.
Yeah.
If it matters to you, it matters. Mm-hmm. And so please, please, please take some time today and celebrate yourself. Get on that vibe with us. Keep repeating that process every single day. And you too will end up somewhere that is much more expansive, where more doors of possibility are opening, and you start to play and like challenge yourself and like commit to bigger things when you see yourself as someone worthy of being celebrated, because you're celebrating yourself on a regular basis. Okay?
We love you. See you on 101.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, friends. Thank you for being here, and we'll be back next week. Bye.
Bye.
All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating, and we'll see you next week.
And share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you. Bye.